So I'm not gonna lie, I was reading this and I got kind of confused. I mean, to the point where I'm like, how the hell am I gonna do this video if I don't even understand what the hell I'm reading right now? Then I thought about it, I'm like, and the people that comment on this channel have a very high IQ. So I'm just gonna do the video. I'll let you guys explain what the hell I don't understand. And here goes a fun little thing we can do. If you would like to comment, let me know what you guys do. Like, you know, who knows? Might have some rocket scientists, might have some, you know, astrophysicists like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like, I don't know. So let me know if you want to. You don't have to. Obviously, you don't have to. But let me know in the comments if you want what your profession is. Me, I am a factory worker. That's why these videos are simple as hell. So I'm a simple person. Support this comic book series by visiting your LCS. My name is Dorian. This is SEO Comics. We are continuing our coverage of Age of Revelation with Omega Kids. Number 2. Our story starts off in a secret place. And if you're saying, what the hell is a secret place? Well, I actually gave a description. Hidden inside the far reaches of the infinite astral plane, a psychic refuge unknown to most, a peaceful, subconscious hillside where nonverbal and speaking psychics alike gather. Far from the chaos of the outside world and world got cut off because somebody else, Omega Kids, which is Quentin. So Goat Girl goes, God, he's loud. And then No Eyes Girl is like, I have him muted. Like, what's he saying? And then Goat Girl's like, it's the same stuff as always. Search for rebels, scan for snipers, protect Revelation, mutant liberation forever, etc., etc. And then Big Boy is like, I wish he could just leave us alone. And then Crazy Little Psycho Girl's like, I can make it leave us alone. So then Big Boy gets up and is like, no, it's fine. We should go see what he wants. So now they're in a development just outside of downtown Philadelphia, and Quentin wants them to do some field work. He tells No Eyes and Goat Girl to go ahead and psychic project themselves and search the second floor of that complex. First one to root out an insurgent wins. So Goat Girl's like, win what? And Quentin's like, respect for your team, thanks, gratefulness for the mutant nation, and maybe I might make you guys some piece of bagels. So as they're flying in there, Goat Girl's like, you're weird. And then Quentin's like, remember, access, assess, enforce, or exit. You guys can do it. So they fly in and they see this old lady. They access her memories. They assess whether she's a threat or not. If she was, then they would enforce by either lobotomizing her or assessing her what they said penalty, pretty much lobotomizing her. And if not, then they just exit, which they do. So then he tells the other two to do the same thing. So they do. And it's another old lady. They assess her and they find out that she's been sending food to her grandson who lives outside the Revelation territories. So then Little Psycho's like, big rebel energy. But then Big Boy's like, no, I don't see any hardcore like rebel energy here. I just see somebody who's worried about a grandson, but maybe we should keep an eye on her. So then Quentin's like, wipe out any memory of her grandson that she might have just to be safe. There's no need to neutralize an 84-year-old retiree. Like, did you hear what Quentin just said? Wipe out any memory of her grandson. Like, dude's cold, man. How is he a superhero? So they has to repeat out loud the number one rule that they have, and they say, we don't kill innocent people, but we do wipe their minds of the grandchildren. So he sends in Big Boy and Crazy Girl to do another assessment. They go in, they run across a lady, and she has a psychic shield up. So Quentin's like, hold up on this one. Let me come in before you do anything. And next thing you know, you see the Phoenix. And they're like, what the hell is this? And they get thrown back. And Quentin's like, oh no. So Quentin tells them to get back, and they do the exact opposite, and they start attacking the lady. And then the other two come in, and they start doing the same damn thing. So finally, Quentin has to just tell them to stop, and he pulls them back. And he starts yelling. It's like, when I give an order, that means you guys listen. And then they go back to their bodies. So once they're in their bodies, he starts laying into them in the real world. And he's like, why do we have these rules up if you guys not going to follow them? Like, you assess the situation. if there's a psychic block that tells you that you need to inspect further before you start attacking. So things like, this isn't a simulation. This isn't a danger room. And Goat Girl's like, what's a danger room? Which made me feel old. So he's like, you know what? You guys wait here. I recognize who that was, so I'll be back. And then Psycho Girl is like, well, that wasn't very nice. So Quentin goes in there and he's like, Rachel, are you okay? And she's like, I'm fine. Just got the wind knocked out of me. They surprised me. Before I could figure out what the hell's going on, next thing you know, I'm being attacked by all 4 of the little psychos. Is one of them a goat? So she's like, I knew you was doing something weird here, but this is crazy. And he's like, they're Omega kids. We protect Revelation from all of his enemies. So Reis is like, am I one of their enemies? Because they attacked me pretty violently and pretty viciously. And Quentin's like, they're still learning. They're kids. And Rachel's like, well, they better learn faster, because even though they're kids, I would have took them out if they'd have kept doing what they was doing. So then Quentin apologizes again, and he's like, well, and I kind of really wish they would stop making fun of me. Like, I cook for them, I take them on adventures, like, I'm trying to be more than just their teacher. And then Rachel's like, Peter Pan and the Lost Boys, huh? And then Quentin's like, that's so gendered. I prefer Lost Kids. Well, I was thinking about something like, you're in the apocalypse. Like, why are we even worried about that kind of stuff? So then Quentin is like, well, you can stay here and you can help me out. And Rachel's like, I declined. Like, I've done that once already in this dystopian future. Now, I'm just going to find another place to ride this thing out, because it ain't the first time. And I hate to say it, it's not the second time either. So Quentin's like, where are you going? Rachel's like, your kids trashed my house. Now I need to go find another place in paradise where I could be a hermit. So then little Psycho astral projects and grabs Quentin and is like, hey, Mr. Acquired, you need to come here and see this. And then they see a whole bunch of rebels. And Quentin's like, how the hell did we miss all this? Like, this is an army. And then little Psycho fesses up and is like, I think it was me. I had a psychic block. Because then she points out that her mom is a part of this army. So then little Psycho is sitting there pleading with Quentin's like, please don't tell Revelation, because he's going to kill them all, and that means he's going to kill my mom. And then Quentin's like, we don't know that. Just hold on, time out. But I do need to report this Revelation, because this is crazy. This is too many. So he goes and he's talking to Revelation and explaining how they missed this huge resurgence of rebels that are like right underneath their nose. And he's asking them how they want to assess the situation as far as this goes. And, you know, they're trying to get like a plan of action together. But then all of a sudden, Quentin notices a blip. And then we cut to where he is surrounded by like rebel forces, but he seems to be in like that deep trance that the kids put him in that we saw at the end of the first issue. So I'm like, was that whole thing with Rachel fake? Like, was that the kids doing a simulation in his head? Like, I'm so confused right now. So then we go back to the secret place. And I guess I kind of answered my own question. I think I kind of realized what's going on now. Because Goat Girl's like, you think he's going to be mad when he finds out? And then Psycho Girl's like, who, the old man? You said you wish he'd leave us alone, so I made him leave us alone. So I guess she created all this. So then the girl's like, yeah, but he's still going to be pretty mad once he breaks out of that projection and realizes we haven't been doing scans. And then Psycho Girl goes, no, I've been doing exactly that. I've been running scams just like he has, searching for all of our enemies. If anybody has a negative thought about Revelation, then I switch off their brains. And the wise girl's like, oh, wait, what? She's like, people have negative thoughts about Revelation all the time. But that doesn't mean that they're the enemies and that we should be killing them. And little Psycho Girl's like I said, the enemy. So these kids thought it was cool to put Quentin in this psychic projection and have him fooled thinking he's in the real world. They're letting Psycho Girl kill about, half the damn population in Revelation territories? This book is crazy.